Welcome to the What a Play podcast. I'm your host, Jacob. Lucas could not be here this week because of prior commitments, so I'm going solo once again. Let's first begin with what happened in week 15. We're going to start with the Cowboys this time around. The Vikings beating the Cowboys 34-26 in a game that wasn't even that particularly close. It was frustrating to watch this game. J.J. McCarthy probably had his best game as a pro. And he had a bad interception. He's trying to throw the ball. He has the right idea. What you're supposed to do in that situation, if a guy's blitzing off that side, you're supposed to throw it over that side. He just doesn't get the ball high enough. And the ball gets deflected. And then the second thing he has to learn is instead of batting the ball down, he tips it up. And because he tips it up, it gets intercepted by Quinn Williams. But after that, he was really good. He was good in the pocket. It was a couple times him and Justin Jefferson just didn't connect. And that will come with time. And as he gets to be a better quarterback, the offensive line, I thought, for the Vikings played very well. They didn't get after J.J. McCarthy any time. So is that more of a thing of, okay, the Vikings offensive line played really well, the Cowboys defensive line played really poorly? We'll get into that. The defense of the Vikings just had their way with the Cowboys offensive line. They just destroyed the Cowboys. The Cowboys couldn't do anything. Dak Prescott was constantly under duress. He was constantly not able to take the deep shot down the field. And when they were, they got into really tough situations. It was a daunting task. It was a great game plan by Brian Flores, the defensive coordinator of the Minnesota Vikings. A guy who I've said should be a head coach in this league again. I don't think he should have been fired. He's been awesome as the defensive coordinator. I think he does a tremendous job. A team, they're not going anywhere. They're just playing spoiler. Well, they played spoiler on Sunday Night Football. The Cowboys, what disappointed me, not so much was the offense, because we know that's going to be good. We've seen that be good. It's this defense. It's frustrating. Because even though the Cowboys didn't play a great game, they scored 26 points. But me and a couple other YouTubers went back and we looked at these games of how many games would the Cowboys have won had they only scored 26 points. And the one who started this was Tom Downey on Cowboys Report on YouTube. And he said, and I went back, I checked his work. I did check his work. He said the Cowboys would be 4-10 even if they only scored 26 points. They would win a lot of those games. They would almost have 10 wins. So it's just, they're so bad defensively that they're bad. That if their offense doesn't have a great night, it's bad. And really, they're 2 missed field goals away from having 32. That's kind of what happened. It's a frustrating team. I know it's frustrating. But this defense is a disaster. And if you're the Cowboys, and we said this, if the Cowboys don't win and they end up losing, they get eliminated from the playoffs, which could happen. They have a less than 1% chance of making the playoffs. They need a whole lot to go right for them, and it's not going to happen. It's just not. It's not likely. You need to win your 3 games. You need the Eagles to lose all 3 games. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. But they are trying to make some changes. But at this point, it's too late. Your defensive line has not played very well. Ed Warner tried to go and say, well, Matty Eberflus was asked to build a defense around Micah Parsons, who's no longer on the team. I'm like, I've said this for weeks and months on end. Micah Parsons would not have fixed this defense. They were just so bad. He didn't fix last year's defense. So why would it have mattered? They don't have enough edge players. They got good defensive tackles. Their linebackers are a disaster. Their secondary is a mess. You don't know what you're doing with Trayvon Diggs. Deron Bland is going on injured reserve more than likely, probably ending his season as he's going to have foot surgery more. He's getting second opinions, but with foot surgery. So he's done. Like, this is bad. You're just bad. And if I'm the Cowboys, it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. And now you got to go play the Chargers team that has been red hot. They've been awesome since Herbert broke his hand. Not counting that game, he broke his hand. They're 2-0. He's been playing lights out. Even though the scores don't show that, he is. But he is. He truly is. Because when you play a game, if you're a team that's inside an indoor stadium and you go play an outdoor stadium in December in the cold, and that's one of the loudest stadiums in the NFL, it's hard to win. And then also, it's a divisional opponent. It's hard. It's hard to win. That's this team right now. They went against the Chiefs. They go into Arrowhead. It's cold. You expect them not to score a lot of points. They scored 16. That was expected. You didn't expect the Chiefs to only score 13. Just what it is. So this Chargers team, they can put up points, is what I'm saying. The Cowboys are favored by 2.5. I'm taking the Chargers because I don't like this defense. Every time this defense plays, the opposing quarterback has the best game of their season or career. And you know it's bad when Jerry Jones is admitting that. He went on his weekly radio station, his weekly radio show, and was asked that question. He's like, and I'm not going to do the Jerry voice. I can't do it. But he goes and says, yeah, every time we go against a guy, an opposing quarterback, our defense, with our defense, we give up the best game they've had. Every time. And he's like, our offense has been really good. Our defense has been very disappointing. That's how he determines it. I wouldn't use the term disappointing. I think there's a much stronger term to use. But it is disappointing. They have not played very well. Whether it's a schematic issue, a personnel issue, whatever it is, they have to fix it. They have to fix it. And if that means getting rid of this defensive coordinator, bringing in another guy, and saying, well, okay, that's going to be 4 straight years with 4 different coordinators. We're going to have 4 coordinators in 4 years. Yeah, it's crazy. But if it works, the mystery box is always going to be better than what you have currently. It just is. That's the way you look at it. Matt Eberflus, it's a dud. It doesn't work. We are trying to play like it's 2000 again, and it's not. We can't play that style. We don't have the personnel to play that style. We need to try something and hope that something works. So give me the Chargers. They win this game 28-21. Moving on to the Patriots, who lost to the Bills 35-31. In the game, we had the Patriots winning. They were winning. They were winning by 21 points at one point in the game. 21-0. Bills wore back and put them away. Even though the game was only 4 points. Now, the thing that concerns me about the Bills, they gave up 31. That's concerning. But there's a glass half full, glass half empty argument. You can say we gave up 31. You could also say, hey, we only gave up 10 points after the initial 21. You can say that too. It doesn't lessen the pain really, but it kind of eases it a little bit. But the Patriots, they played well. They ran the ball. Hand the ball to Tre'Davion Henderson, please. Just hand him the football. He makes plays. Just get him the ball. That's what they did. And he ran all over the Bills. He was awesome. They're going to need that game against the Ravens. The Ravens, they want the game plan to be let's run the football and control the tempo. That's what Mike Vrabel wants to do too. The Ravens are favored by 3. Don't know why they're favored. The Patriots are not getting respect. They just aren't. They aren't getting respect. Respect what they are doing. Yes, they lost the game. That's their first loss in a span of 2 months, 2.5 months. That's insane. They haven't lost a game since September. Let's give them some respect here. I think this game is going to just be a blowout. I think the Patriots are going to come in and they're just going to be taking names. That's all they're going to be doing. They're going to go right after them. Give me the Patriots to win in a game. It's going to be really fun for like the first 5 minutes, and it's going to completely just fall apart for the Ravens. Patriots win 28-7. Let me know in the comments who you have winning this week. And also, why do you think, what's your reasoning for why the Ravens have had such a depressing season, a depressing 2025 NFL season? Let me know in the comments. For NFL World, I'm Jacob Hebert. Out.